Okay, everybody, the moment of truth. Here we have a VEVOR, Victor. Part 1 was assembly and being obnoxious. Part 2 is showing everybody if it can lift the car. So what we're going to do before we lift the car is we're going to be using a 2-gallon Harbor Freight air compressor with the yellow attachment. Let's see if it actually just lifts the bag and doesn't leak. That's the important part. This is the Harbor Freight. They don't make this style. This is a 3-gallon, 100 psi. It's plugged in and it's on because I want to see if it needs air. Now, it shouldn't need air without a load. Okay, so here we are. It says red air out, red air in, and the connection I have is just like the one, okay, just like an air compressor with a gun. Bring this more. So it says press the green. Wow. Now, I'll never need that, so let's bring it down. Okay, stop it. Let's bring it up again. Yeah, see, I'm not even touching the level. I'm at 80 psi. I think it's 100, so I already used 20. So let's lower it. Okay. This is how it should be stored. Nothing in it. Bottoms out. Shut it off. Now you want to slide it under the car. Same rules apply. See the way it is? This may not clear the fender. Might not clear the piece. So, I'm gonna get it lined up. I have an arrow. See, it's denting the fender. Excuse me, I'm sorry, it's denting the fender. And you don't want to, how do I say this politely? You don't want to pick the car up with the fender. So right where the handles are, it's picking up the fender. You could see maybe my head was in the way. So I'm thinking maybe a little bit piece of wood, something, 2 blocks of wood. You know, because again, you want to put the you want to put a, what do you call it, underneath it. You don't want to trust the air. So let me see if I can find 2 pieces of wood, maybe a small 2x4, something with yeah, just trying to think out loud. I'll be right back. See what I'm, guys? Let me show you. See what I'm saying? Let me get my hand. So see this plate and this plastic piece from the factory? Well, the fender sits proud. And here's the dot from Toyota that wants you to see these two grooves. Those are from the factory because the jack sits in those grooves. So what I want you to do, see how it hits the car first, but not the grooves. See that? So now what I'm going to do, whoa, see, you get you all confused here. So what I'm going to do is lower it. You really don't want to, you know. So I'm going to put a piece of wood here, but you got to be careful. I'm going to put this piece of wood here, okay? Now my concern is that, am I going to split the wood? Because it's going to act like whatever. Oh, stupid. Okay, see how the car moved? Okay, so now the car is sitting on the wood, and again it gets split, so be careful. So now I'm going to show you with this better angle, my hand out of the way, lifting up the car. I don't want to, excuse me, I'm sorry. Okay, everything is off. You could definitely split the wood. I might get a bigger piece at a later time, but it definitely is sitting on the wood. It's not, you know, 2x4 probably is better, but I'd have to cut it down. Yep. Okay. See? I'm glad that happened on camera. Split the wood. Good. See how it got like embedded and then split the wood? Yep. So we're going to find the piece, because this whole point of doing this is jacking up the car. So maybe I need some metal plates. I only need like a 1/2 inch. Let me see if I have other things. Well, thank you for standing by. Very dangerous. I have these rubber pieces. I have 3 mats, and I cut them very rudimentary. I don't know if the weight of the car will put an indent. Let me feel this. My fingernail fits in here. It's like a hard piece. So let's see if this is something that I'm going to leave in the car. Okay, does that make sense to you? I want to say thank you very much for watching. Sometimes you use the right tools for the wrong job and the wrong tools for the right job. See, now the problem is, see this? Let me get you in there. That acts like a scissor. So let's see. See? It's almost like you need metal. Because you don't want it to chop it. And then next thing you know... because then it's going to fall. Let's bring it down. Not satisfied. Well, let's see. Again, I'm not going to be using this a lot, but let me try to get the pieces out the same orientation. It kind of flexed, but it didn't cut it. Yeah. See? It flexed it, but it didn't cut it. So okay, let me just get the tire up. Let's see what the orientation is. This is a work in progress. This is just for the video to make sure everything works, and this way that this thing doesn't come back and say this doesn't work. Okay, let's see if we can get this tire up off the ground. Just enough oomph. It's still hitting the plate here. Are you telling me it doesn't lift the car up that high? It says 17 inches. Wow. Doesn't lift the car up that high. Oh, I know what it's doing. It's yeah, it's squishing this. Yeah, see that? So I'm losing about an inch. Yeah, so we need to find metal. Okay, so I had an old jack stand that had like old rubber from a jack. It was a square, it's for the Corvette. So, I mean, in a pinch, let's see if it actually is the same rubber. Bring it out a little. Let's see. Yep, see, it's clearing the fender. Well, not anymore. I ran out of air. Please hold. So I've come up with an ingenious idea. This was the plate that you could buy that sits in the shaft of a Craftsman jack stand. On the top, with these screws, brand new of course, was the pad that allowed you to not ruin it. Over time, lifting things up and putting them down, I've created my own groove over the years, because what do? These cars have grooves on the belly. So now it was just metal on metal. So what we're going to do is that piece right there doesn't fit this shaft. Well, look what I made. Well, I can perfect it at a later time. This is definitely secured from the factory. Ah, god damn it. What we're going to mimic is the groove. See the groove that everybody has on all their fucking cars? It's a little bit hot. Now what we're going to do is mimic the groove, eh? So the pressure of the car and the pressure of the plate, sorry, I'm looking at the car, it's more important, is going to not make this slide off. Okay, see the groove I made? Now, yeah, I can probably slide it off, but let's just see one finger there. Just trying to make sure it's not wobbly. So let's see, it's in the groove. I mean, at this point, you know, what am I going to do? Bend the shaft? It's not going to slam down and break it. So it's jacked up that a little bit. It's tilting and the tire's off the ground. Now, what I should be able to do is remove the tire. You know, it is wonky. I don't think it's going to break, but it's holding it. Oh, that's pressurized, my man. I'll shake the car a little bit. Now, it's a little bit higher. You don't really need it that high. But, you know, let's pretend that we're going to take off the tire. Now, what I did off camera was loosen the lug nut. Oh, you're telling me that this thing could go up another 12? Get out of here. Ah, okay, I believe it. But you don't want to pressurize it that much. So right now it's up to the plate. It's up 12. It says it could go 17. No, I'm not playing that game. Let me see if the jack stand fits underneath here, Bobby. Bobby, rookie. Ah, see? This is where you don't get the jack stand. Now, at this point, can I just jack it up in the middle? You know, if it has the same shaft going down, now it turns into plastic. But if it has the same jack point, why can't I just jack it up on the frame? There's a frame right here. You know, another inch or two, you know? I also don't want it to slip because it's not optimal. Jesus Christ. Back tire's almost off.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh shit, I put the tire off the car. stupid. Well, I think that's gonna cut it for today. I think I'm gonna show you how it worked. I think I already showed you how it worked. And at the end of the day, on video, I almost broke the car. So it's a labor of love. I really hope that I didn't break the shaft of any of those studs, but we'll take it with a grain of salt, and we'll see. Maybe 2 of these would have worked better, but I'm trying to do the jack stand in the front. I'm trying to lower that and then bring that to the back without using a jack. But if I could just use a jack stand, what I don't like is that, see, the jack stand is U-shaped. Well, underneath the car is that other shape, a reverse teardrop. So it's like, it doesn't fit. Whatever. Hit like, hit subscribe. That's it. That's the picking up the car and possibly breaking it. Thanks for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.